Just let's go. Welcome to the show. It is a horrible show, a terrible show, and getting worse every single week. This is your favorite degenerate. The other two aren't here yet because one's making a Taco Bell run, and the other one was stuck late at the coolest job site ever that I don't get to be a part of because I guess I'm not as cool as him. It should have been a machinist, not a pipe layer. Well,
do you like your job?
I do love my job, especially my boss. He is freaking awesome.
And you love digging holes.
Oh, man. I love digging holes, whether it's here at home with my wife or whether it's at the job site. I dig holes and I get in them bad. All right. Well, oh, hey, you know what? Hey, you get over there, little stinker. All right. And if this show isn't... If you don't know this show is live, then, well, now you know, because I am such an idiot, I completely forgot to make sure everything was ready for us to go so I could actually read articles and do stuff, because I'm retarded and didn't turn on the third screen. And, yes, I'll use that word because I declare it my word. It is me. I am that. Oh, man, what a day. Yeah, I had a heck of a day. We had our steak emergency preparedness fair today, and so I had to get up for that and get ready and waste. Okay, it wasn't waste. It definitely was not wasted. I had to use half my day on that, only to get home and rush to get a project done because I needed to install a doggy door, and well, that took a lot more time because I had to move more than one wire out of the way.
And what'd you cover on the emergency preparedness fair? So they can know what to prepare for.
Food preservation. Learn how to preserve.
And what are the options of preserving? What can you do? What's easy?
Really? You gonna do this to me?
Yes.
I had to talk about this freaking half a day. I'm sick of talking about it.
It's my job to push her buttons.
I know, she does push them really good. But that's why I try not to wear anything with buttons for her to push. No, emergency preparedness, honestly, when it comes to emergency preparedness, if you're looking to get into it, having food storage is good. Knowing how to preserve the food that you do have is better.
And what's a good start is
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. She's trying to coach me a lot more than normal. I might have to fire her. I don't know.
You already married me. You can't fire me.
Yeah, I know. I'm stuck with that. I lose half my shit if I try to get rid of her, and honestly, it's not worth it. She's worth keeping around. No, dehydrating, that's what she's trying to tell me to tell you. Dehydrate your food. It's a good way to go about it. But let's go ahead and get into some of the topics today. We got some news over this last week, so Chris, you can go ahead and pull it up. You can see the article. George Zinn, the guy who, at the Charlie Kirk assassination, he was the one who started running around claiming that he shot Charlie. He has now been sentenced to prison for a couple different things. He was sentenced for third-degree felony obstruction, so I believe the lowest degree of felony obstruction he can be charged with, because he distracted some of the officers that could have been trying to secure the scene or catching the real shooter. But he also got 4 different counts of CP, child sexual abuse material, on his phone. I guess what happened, you can go ahead and screw the article, babe, is when he was being detained, the detective was doing his proper investigation, trying to identify who he was, what he was doing there, and if he really did or did not shoot Charlie. And so he asked for his phone, and he admits right there before giving over his phone that there was CP on his device. So not only has he been put away for up to 0 to 5 years for the felony obstruction charge, but then he gets, I believe it was an additional 15 years for the child abuse material on his phone. Not enough time, honestly. Probably should be more like 80, but let's be fair, he's 71. By the time he's not getting out, he's dying in prison. Whether it's the other prisoners get to him or just old age.
He might be one of the lucky ones that lives to being over 105.
Yeah, I doubt that. I don't think the security guards would let him have enough protection to guarantee him living that long. But we can go ahead and get past that one. That mofo is gonna be put away probably the rest of his life, which is not that much longer now.
And he's been charged.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he has a past criminal record. I tried to see what his voter registration was, and I couldn't actually find anything on it. But I do know from when we were talking about this before. What was it? Oh yeah, that he has been banned from multiple political events for multiple congressmen and other politicians in Utah. Not just Republicans, but also Democrats have banned him from their events. He in general has been a troublemaker in the state and has been well known by county officers and state officers.
Here's this thing. Organizers. In 2013, he made headline news.
Oh, yeah. He made headline news. He was charged with making a threat of terrorism after sending an email asking if Salt Lake City marathon organizers, quote, needed anybody to help place explosive devices near the finish line. Honestly, the quote says he asked if they needed help doing it. This guy, he wasn't all there. He's an imbecile, really. Like I don't think that's even a real legitimate threat. Okay, at that point, he himself is just the living example of a troll and a hybrid between a troll and an imbecile, or an invalid, one of the two. Invalid's a great term. That term used to be the normal term until it was considered offensive, and so they replaced invalid with retarded. So, which one should I go with? Which one's more offensive? I don't know. I don't care. Let's just use them all. All right. Let's hit up that next article, Ben. Let's power through some of these until John gets here. He said he'll be here. We'll see. So, I have some polling stuff here from Pew Research, and we're also going to have two Not the Bee articles, which are kind of funny and sad at the same time. And then we're going to get into some more polling. So, majority of Americans continue to back expanded early voting, voting by mail, and voter ID. This is interesting. There's been some news because CNN had, what was his name? One of their anchors had showed the results of voter ID, and it has broad support across racial demographics and also party demographics in general. The voter base of both parties generally support voter ID. I'm in the minority on a lot of this, where it comes to expanded early voting and what was that, babe? Back to the headline, please. And voting by mail. I'm in the minority. I think both of those should be outright banned. I acknowledge I'm in the minority. I don't care. I think it should be banned. But the voter ID, I'm well within the very large majority of Americans. Go ahead and scroll down, babe. We'll go through some of the data here.
Well, I know they've been looking at possibly reports saying that they brought in ballots outside the chain of command and submitted them. So that's where I can see voting by mail is not the best option. Voting in person is the best way to handle it. But in Arizona, they had machines breaking down and memory cards removed. So
yeah, the whole Arizona thing, that's the whole questionable thing. And then you got the stuff over there in Fulton County, Georgia, now, where they actually have the Fulton County admitted that they had approved or verified like over 300,000 different votes that illegally. The votes themselves weren't illegal. Don't misunderstand that. It's that they had illegally verified the votes or counted the votes because of signature mismatches, misspellings on names, possible dead people on the voter who apparently cast votes. So it was probably someone else. It was a lot of different things, from typos to all sorts of stuff that they technically aren't supposed to count the vote for, but they went ahead and counted the vote anyways. And if you remember Georgia, Trump lost that by like 12,000 votes, and 315,000 votes being illegally counted. That's a serious issue. Christy, I think John's here. Odin's barking. You want to go grab it? Just scroll down a little bit so I can go through that the data points right there. All right, go ahead. Oh, maybe Tegan got him inside.
You're not supposed to be saying
Well,
names.
so this is what we got on the voter crap. I'll scoot over to my seat now since I kept John's seat warm for him. So, we've got here on the voting crap, requiring electronic voting machines to print a paper ballot backup of the ballot. That is heavily favored. Only 50. No, you're good, man. I don't care. Heavily favored. Only 15% of people oppose it. 84% of people are in favor. And that's what our voting machines here in Utah do. When you cast your vote, it has a little receipt that it prints through a cycle, so there's a second copy of that vote.
I've never gotten one of those.
No, you don't get the receipt. It has it on a little paper that it dials through, and you can watch it, and you can verify yourself that the votes
goes
are there.
through.
Yeah. So you can actively and live see if your vote's having an issue, if there's some problem with your ballot or whatnot.
Just give me the food.
Scroll back up. We'll show John the headline
Yeah,
of this.
sorry I'm late.
No, you're good. So, majority of Americans continue to back expanded early voting, voting by mail, and voter ID. So this is where I'm in the minority. I am against early voting and also voting by mail.
Well,
But I am heavily in the majority, though, with the voter ID, requiring voter ID.
Early voting and voting by and voter ID, I'm 100% in support of.
Yeah.
well, I'm
See, early
fine
voting,
with-
I'm against.
I'm fine with early voting because what if you have people that are elderly or handicapped that you could do it maybe the day before so they're not
Well,
in as big of a
here's the
crowd.
thing, though, is that
How many days early are they trying to?
well,
get
the most states it's like up to 2 weeks early.
Oh no.
But here's the thing, though, like the example you're giving, Christy. My idea is like that's the whole point of what absentee ballots are for. Like,
True.
if you have someone who's handicapped and can't make it to the point, absentee ballot.
But the question
If
though
you have a
is,
family who's out of state because of a family reunion or like they have a vacation plan because that was the best time, absentee ballot. Or maybe an early vote if that's how they go about it. But I don't think it should be just early voting without a reason to early vote.
that's why I'm saying they could possibly just do it if you need to the day before immediately for people who are sick, elderly. But I worry about doing the absentee ballots because what if this doing it in a nursing home and you have someone that is
Oh.
not happy with who's running, they fill them out for them, and they're not true.
What's this? Oh, those are
That's
the
the
sleeves.
sleeves I told you right there.
Is that
See?
sleeves? That's
what they
freaking
look-
awesome. So it's a Santa Claus
Getting attacked by
getting attacked by a goblin,
Oh.
a dragon popping out of a freaking snowman. That's freaking hilarious.
Or maybe if you want to make it everyone
Definitely
votes in
out of
person,
season, but I don't give a
they
shit.
have
It's
a little
funny.
I
priority
know.
for people who are handicapped or elderly that they quickly get moved to the front of the line,
Go
so they're
ahead.
not standing there waiting.
Yeah, go ahead and scroll down.
That's all I'm saying. Just do some kind of thing for them.
You've been needing that?
It's been go all day, man.
Dude, it has been.
Oh, it's like one of those things that you just want to sit down and I want to sleep, but I want to do magic stuff. Heck, I want to play
Keep
magic
scrolling
with
down,
you.
babe. Let's go through the data. I think I might have
I want to
highlights
play
in here.
magic with you, but I got like 20,000 cards to go through.
All right,
I
so
only have a stack this big left. to
requiring
sort.
electronic voting machines and print paper ballots. That was 1.84% in favor. Requiring all voters to show government-issued photo IDs, 83% average. And that was interesting because it was the lowest one I saw was 76% of black voters support voter ID. So all demographics are in favor. Like Asian, Hispanic was in the 80s, whites was in the 80s.
That bottom one, 100%.
Yeah. And that
You have my vote for that right there.
Here's my thing. The making early in-person voting available for at least 2 weeks prior to the election, 80%. Making election day a federal holiday. Both of those, they make the other one irrelevant. If you have 2 weeks of early voting, there's no need for making an election day a federal holiday. If you have election day being a federal holiday, there is no need for 2 weeks of early voting.
I like to make the election day a federal holiday.
I'm fine with that too.
Because do you know how hard it is to get off of work and drive to the freaking poll
Yeah.
to do it?
No, I agree. Especially for me, you have to remember it's like my job. I'm working down in Ephraim right now.
You're an hour and a half
so
drive or
I'm
whatever.
an hour and a half roughly away to be able to get to my.
So by the
my
time you
polls.
get there, the poll is
Closed.
either
By an hour.
closed
Or there's a huge line.
or there's a huge line,
Yeah.
so it'll be closed by the time.
And so I actually have no problem with that. I generally don't like government mandated stuff, but I wouldn't have a problem with a government mandated federal holiday for voting. Just because it's like, hey, all the blue collar guys, and this is the thing, that probably helps Republicans more than Democrats when you think about it. Because all the blue collar guys are the guys who are going to have the hardest time getting off of work to go vote, and they statistically are going to be voting more Republican at the time, anyways.
Yeah.
So, interesting data there. So, let's go ahead and get into some funny crap today. Let's get into that next article, babe, from Not the Bee. If you don't know... Oh, hold on. Stay there for a second. Let people see that.
Did you see what
If you want to
BYU
pause the
did
screen,
today?
What they do.
I cannot wait till the Lord freaking chastise and burn down that school.
Oh my
They had
God.
to
What did
walk
BYU do
They
today?
had to walk out against ICE today.
Oh, yeah, those losers.
Hey, I've seen some posts about parents finding out the school took their kids to a protest. The parents didn't find out. They did not do a field trip or anything. One of them got called by
Okay,
their kids saying,
well,
hey, I went to a thing.
Let's get into that.
That is not okay. I was
Go
up
to
in
the next
Provo.
tab.
A girl apparently got hit by a car, and
Christy.
the school doesn't want to take
Christy.
responsibility.
Go to the next tab.
I was up in
Now.
Provo, and one of the high schools was doing a walkout.
Not the bees. I didn't scroll back up to the top. So, Nebraska mom.
Oh, hey, look at
furious.
that. That's the one.
Yep. That's why I said go to the next
Ooh.
tab. Not the bee.
I have eaten that too fast.
Yeah, Nebraska
Oh,
mom
gosh.
furious that public school allowed her daughter to protest in the street and get hit by a car. Scroll on down. So it's sad and funny because she
Oh, that's funny.
she did it
Scroll up.
to herself.
Oh, that's funny.
What is it? Oh yeah.
That's messed up. That's a little racist.
Trump shared a video that at the very end or somewhere in the middle it had the meme of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama as apes.
That's a
and
little
it's-
racist.
It's
Gorillas.
racist. It's funny racist.
Gorillas.
Well, no, because she's a gorilla, and then in that
It
picture,
looks like a chimp.
and then he looks like a chimp, which is, I mean, it's fitting. She probably has the bigger dick, anyways. All right, let's scroll on down. There's a video here so you can see what happened with this. So it's sad and funny because she did get hurt, but at the same time, she did bring it upon herself. So I mean, who knows? She might actually be the nominee for the Darwin Awards this year. Keep scrolling. There's a video down here. Keep scrolling. Let's get to the. There we go. Hit the replay in the bottom left. So you can see this. So the first video is from a different angle. Bam. The first video from the other angle, that's the first video we saw, it only showed the car and all of a sudden you see her flop up on the hood. And the car was moving at the time. Then this video came out where you watch her run out in front of the car.
I don't blame the
And
car
then
for that.
she
Replay
strikes
that.
the car. The
Replay
car
that.
was not moving very fast, but when you add her speed along with that
Yeah.
car speed, she
Yeah.
clearly gets hurt. It doesn't look serious, but the kids in the car are not at fault for this. Now apparently they did come by a couple times, but I mean by a couple times. I mean, if it didn't happen the first couple times, then they thought it was probably safe to come back around again.
But that's where I put them kind of at fault, though, because they're putting themselves in a situation.
They are, but at the same time, protesters shouldn't be in the road.
that
The
they
school
shouldn't.
shouldn't. First of all, the school should never allowed even to walk out in the first place.
Yeah.
So, if your school's letting your kids go to protest instead of being in schools, it's kind of funny because I did see an article
those
that
kids,
there is a
even if-
statistical correlation between schools that are letting their kids protest or hosting protests, and those same schools having some of the lowest grades and testing scores.
This
So-
might be an excuse.
So
to
here's
say
the
your
thing.
kids are failing because stuff's going on.
They should,
Maybe.
even if they're are proven innocent, with like hitting her, they should get in trouble for something because if they kept circling around, that's just wanting something to happen.
See,
that's just
the thing is, though, is you don't know intent.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that they intended that they wanted something to happen. They probably just wanted to lean out the window and just yell at them while driving by.
I mean, in Provo, when I was up there, what was it? Last Friday? On Friday?
Yeah.
I was up getting some paperwork done. And I was up there with my wife, and all of a sudden we hear chanting and a whole bunch of school kids, and I was like, "Go home, you losers!" It's honestly like I'm proud that the kids are they're learning the right to protest, but here's the thing: they're so uneducated that the things that they're protesting against good things.
Yeah,
because the school system has become
and
so woke.
We're gonna get into that when it comes to ICE some more too. But let's hit up this next article.
Isn't there another one where teenagers were digging in the pockets of an old man to see what he had at a protest, and it's just like, that's disrespectful.
Ready for this? This is what I think is funny about the protesters. They've gotten to the point. So you know how ICE like pulls people out of homes and everything, okay?
Yeah. Mostly out of cars, but homes too.
Yeah, but ready? What they've been doing?
Warrants.
Do you know what they've been doing? They've
What?
been stopping people and pulling people out and searching their cars.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, they have turned themselves into fascists, Nazis, thinking they're fighting Nazis.
So the protesters?
When then, the protesters are in fact themselves the Nazis because they're like, you're with ICE, and it's just some random guy that's just like, dude, I just want to go.
Well, that's the very thing, though, is they don't realize that they don't. Let's get to this next article. It's these people don't realize that they are becoming the thing they claim to hate. Scroll up to the top there.
The very thing that they're trying to...
Anti-ICE protesters say,
right there, dude.
Says they set up roadblocks so they know who's coming and going. It's like they're
that sounds pretty fascist to me.
This is the problem with not supporting anything and only being anti stuff. These people don't really support stuff. They just are against Trump and against anything he does.
And
because when you do that, when you only oppose and you don't support or identify specifically the things you want, what ends up happening is you go down this spiral where you become the thing you hate.
The thing that you swore to destroy.
Exactly. And that's all they are, is just filled with that hate, and then they become the thing that they hate. And they don't even realize it until it's way too late, or until the people who were controlling them the whole time just flipped the script on them. Keep scrolling down. I think there's a video here.
These people, they're
right
blocking them. They're causing issues where you can't get in and out of the neighborhood. You're stuck waiting in a line while they search through a list like, oh, is your license plate associated with ICE or not?
Okay, this is not...
I'll tell you what, if I ever get stopped by one of those roadblocks, let's just say some bad stuff will be... Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's like, they are not individual actors. They are coordinated. They are organized. It is an insurrection. Because the only way these people are going through these license plate databases to know if you're ICE or not when you're coming through is someone's giving them access. Someone is giving them access. It's coordinated insurrection. It's not January 6th. It's what Minnesota's been doing has been 10,000 times worse.
It's 100% coordinated.
And the sad part is they don't realize once the Democrat Party uses you, gets what they want from you, they'll just move on to the next group of people.
Nope.
In a couple years, you'll be completely gone and be like, we don't care about you. Like if they go to jail or something, they're going to go, we don't care. We're going to go get the next person.
Dude, I wish the police would actually do something there.
Yeah, well, they have. You'll see. Let's hit that video.
No, here's the thing. They have.
Well, not that much.
But if the mayor wasn't being such a head, they could actually get stuff done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, you're right.
They have to respect what the mayor says.
So let's go ahead and watch this quick video here on Twitter. It's funny to watch this chick and see how clueless she is as to what she is doing is exactly what we should be doing at the border.
Is the volume up?
It should be up enough. I saw that come through the mic when I was doing testing beforehand.
Sorry for such a mess, guys.
we are literally creating a place that we know who's coming and going in and out of our neighborhoods.
In the middle of the road at 32nd and Cedar Avenue.
Try that for country.
Roadblock
Try it for
turned this
country.
intersection into a roundabout. Cars slowed as drivers noticed, some honked, others asked questions, and one man brought food for the people standing watch. Hi, sir. Thank you so much. How did it make you feel just seeing a community checkpoint in your neighborhood?
Well, it felt fine.
Would you like
I don't
that
have
to
any
be on
trouble
our
with
government
folks
level?
helping
The
out.
federal
Wayne
level.
Haynes has been standing at this corner twice a day for one reason.
Oh my
to stand up
goodness.
against ICE activity and keep his community
These
safe.
people are
He
absolute
chose this
imbeciles
corner. Others
to be
chose
this stupid.
intersection.
To actually be
Inspiring.
this
I
stupid.
was like, wow, okay. We've got folks out there who are kind of taking care of us, looking out for us. That's good.
The
Hey,
Minneapolis
that's what
police
Customs
stepped
and
in,
Border
clearing
Patrol
the
is,
roadblock
dipshit.
and restoring flow of traffic.
Honestly, I'm kind of sad about it.
Still, residents say the roadblock was necessary.
We need to keep our neighbors safe, so we will be doing this again.
Huh? No, that's what we've been trying to do for the border to protect
Yeah,
all Americans.
Oh
my.
She's actually completely clueless that that's what ICE is doing and what CBP is doing at
Dude,
the border.
okay, how can you be so dumb?
Well, these people are idiots because when you ask them, should the country be open and we should let everyone in, it's like, yes, we should. That's like, okay, then take the locks off your doors, take the locks off their car.
Yeah.
They're like,
And then they're
no,
like,
I
no,
won't,
no.
I won't. I need to be safe. It's just like, I thought you're welcome. I thought they're
What
free.
you got there?
New cards that came. This is the second Edge of Eternity deck that you were interested in.
Okay.
So that's the
That one's
problem.
$47,
Is
which is not bad.
they want everyone to deal with the immigrants coming in because, oh, it's safe. They think we're the ones that are the dangerous ones. They'll help make our country better. And yet, you look at these researches, these surveys. They did they brought in a bunch of people from the Middle East into, I think it was Denmark or Sweden.
Mhm.
They made them live with them in this communal housing thing.
Mm-hmm.
The women were raped. They were
Oh,
beaten.
really?
Yes, 100 of each.
A
Ready?
society that's
Ready-
not
ready for
moral
this?
would do that? I
What is
never
the?
guessed.
Where's the safest place to live? Can you tell me? What is the safest country?
I say it's Denmark, so I think
It's
it was in
probably
Sweden. I
Sweden.
think it was in Sweden when that
No?
survey happened.
What is
It
it?
wasn't Denmark.
Come on.
What is it?
What place got invaded by the Nazis first?
Oh, Poland. Oh, yeah, Poland.
Poland is the
No, yeah, Poland
is
has-
the safest place to live. Do you know why?
They've had the tightest dang
They
borders
do
in the entire
not
world.
let anybody in their country, and if you do happen to immigrate there, like by some miracle, you have to accept Polish
To
traditions.
be fair, the last time the Polish had someone cross their borders, they got double penetrated from each side and screwed over in every way.
Yeah, well, ready? They learned their lesson, and now
Yeah,
they
they
don't.
learned their lesson, all right.
Here, I know I'm trying to keep this to an hour, but open up a new tab real
Mhm.
quick, and pull up like Polish border security video. Dude, they'll wait till people cut the fences and gut in and then hit them with fire hoses, dude. It's hilarious. They just let them cut the fences and, like, go in, and then they'll just be like...
Just hit enter, then there's a video. Okay, no.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
hopefully-
there's a video tab.
26 seconds.
Yeah, that might be it. Oh, dude, it's hilarious to watch their...
Watch, ad. Oh, wait, no, okay, we're lucky. So
Let's
what
see.
we got? Okay. Oh, squeezing through. Oh, he's not fat. At least their migrants aren't fat.
They're Iranians. See, okay, so they have a
They're
2-layer
Iranians.
double fence. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
That's why they're bringing the ladder through.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here it comes.
Look how fast their response is. Did you see
They
the guns
just
out, dude?
zip right
They
in.
don't play no games. My favorite one is when they freaking take the fire hose to people. It's hilarious. Dude, because it comes out of nowhere. And
Don't worry about finding
Yeah,
that
don't
one
worry
there.
about it. But I'm just saying, like, listen, it is one of the safest places to live, and these guys are doing that to their neighborhood when that's what most of America wants is protection on their border.
Yep.
But you ask these Democrats,
Go
hey,
ahead and go to that next
will
tab,
you
babe.
host these illegal immigrants in your home right
And they
now.
say no.
And they say no. It's like, then why are you forcing all of us to conform? It's just like the exact same thing as the transgender stuff. They want us to conform, but if it inconveniences them even slightly, they're like, no. They backtrack fast.
It's annoying.
It is. So, on that note, Signal did a poll. Scroll on down so we can see that whole headline. National poll. Deportation and ICE overwhelmingly supported by voters, and Democrats pay a political price on the issue, especially over shutdown. So scroll down. Let's hit some of these key points in this survey. So, there we go. So 73% say entering the U.S. without legal permission is breaking the law. Americans support deporting those here illegally by a 2-to-1 margin, 61 to 34. And then 54% want ICE enforcing immigration laws and removing illegal immigrants, and 58% oppose defunding ICE, including majorities of independents and swing voters. This is interesting, John.
I'm listening.
So we got 54% want ICE enforcing immigration law, but then 58% oppose defunding ICE. So what I'm seeing there is basically 4%. Those people there don't particularly like the way ICE is enforcing it, but those 4% also say defunding ICE is the wrong move. Which is probably why it's like I'm all in favor of them getting all body cameras, for one, and I think they should also plant people in the crowds. They should throw people in the crowds who are going to have cameras so we can get footage released very quickly of exactly what was going on before, instead of this heavily edited crap they love pushing out. As well, scroll down a bit. So generic ballot, Dems +4, Republicans +2, Republicans +0 if Democrats oppose ICE. Democrats force shutdown, Republicans take a 2-point lead, so it makes a whole 6-point shift away from Democrats if they shut down the government over ICE. Scroll on down. 64% of midterm voters say illegal immigration is a problem. 71% of swing voters say it's a problem. 97% of Republicans and 60% of independents agree. Everyone generally thinks illegal immigration is a serious problem that needs to be taken care of. Democrats are the only ones that are flipped from that data.
I just think a lot of this fraud that's happening in Minnesota, and then we're finding that it may be happening in Ohio. Virginia is supporting a bill to where you can't look up information.
They can't verify NGOs qualify
and then they're saying that,
they just have to approve the applications for the funding.
They're also saying, there's possibly fraud in California that's going rampant.
Yeah.
So I think people are starting to say, we want these people out of our country because look at all this money they've cost us in a decade or two that they've been here.
Yeah. Go ahead and scroll down. We'll see what else I highlighted in here. Basically, they're just summarizing that if Democrats oppose deporting illegal immigrants, then for the most part they're going to be suffering in the polls for it, because generally people support it. Even though some people clearly don't like the way it's being enforced and it's being shown on camera, most people in general do not support defunding ICE and do support deporting illegals.
I partly wonder if the reason why we're starting to get more people supporting it is because ICE is being transparent a little bit. They're saying, hey, we got this person and this person and this person out of Minnesota. These are their crimes.
You know, to be
Sexual
fair,
abuse, molesting, raping. That's how you know they're getting the crappy people out.
How often have we actually seen the federal and any federal agency be extremely transparent for the most part? I mean, honestly, I guess this was under any other administration, Republican or Democrat. The video, the body camera footage, and everything of like the Renee Good shooting, none of that would have been freaking released. They would have just been tight-lipped, not releasing it, holding on to it.
I love how, I'm paying attention here. I love how we're freaking out because Donald Trump's the president. Obama and Biden threw more illegal immigrants out of the country than Trump has.
That's not completely true.
Did you look at this?
I've looked at the numbers.
Look at
There's
the
a
numbers.
problem with the way the numbers are tabulated, though.
True.
Because under Biden and under Obama, they counted people who got to the border and then were told to turn around. They counted those as deportations.
Of course.
Even though they're not deportations, they're just intercepting those
Yeah,
people.
Okay. And then, well, you saw the conditions too that Biden
Oh
and
no!
Obama.
All the conditions that they complained about Trump existed either equal or worse conditions under Obama
they were
and Biden.
way worse.
It's like they complain about the children in cages.
So
by
you know that
Trump,
kid?
but it was
No.
Obama who built those cages.
Do you know the kid?
What
The,
kid?
the kid and the dad from Minnesota.
Oh
that
yeah,
they
the
took.
5-year-old.
They shared a picture of them in the care facility.
Yeah.
It's got toys. He goes to school.
Yeah, because
it's super nice.
No, that facility is designed for families.
Yeah.
When they're being deported together.
Yep. They're like, no, we're going to take care of you while we throw you out of our country.
That was probably the funniest meme I had seen too about all of this. It's just like, how can you be ripping these families apart by deporting them? Do you have anything to say? It's like, well, we can deport the whole family together.
That is my favorite. What do you have to say? Well, we can throw them all together.
Yeah, don't worry about this, babe. Let's get to the next article.
I know. Here it is. So,
Oh,
so here's some of the stuff. So it was
Oh yeah. See,
This is what I'm saying, that
they're
they're kind of
naming
being
the
a
people.
little bit more transparent on who they're removing, what they're for. That's what I'm grateful for.
I don't think this is unusual though. I think this on ice has this. They've always had this, but
Yeah, I
in
think.
general
but they
though,
think
I'm
they're-
talking about like the body camera footage they have released. Under any other administration, they would have held on to that for quite some time.
Check out that color.
Like I don't nowadays. I mean, that's the thing is I don't think any other administration they'd be released
So,
quite as quickly.
Whole high profile
So that's-
arrests. Like there's
yeah.
this stuff. So that's what I'm saying. They're at least being transparent, or people are at least
Assault,
finding out
homicide,
about
aggravated assault,
it. Minnesota,
sex assault.
Minnesota. All these people.
Oh golly.
All these people. So that's why I'm grateful. They're putting this up so you can see they're removing these guys. People who've done
Wait,
stuff.
scroll back up.
How long have
Dang.
they been here?
Hold on, stop.
Which one?
Okay, dude, you are a dishonor to your family.
Who?
I mean, you are Asian.
Which
okay,
one?
the guy on the right, the Asian guy.
They're
well,
both
okay,
Asian.
yeah,
Okay.
Oh, if you are both, both of you have dishonored your families. The fact that you guys are being arrested and gotten rid of for lowbrow crime like homicide, stolen property, aggravated assault, and not freaking money laundering and billions of dollars shuffled around in accounts, you guys are a disappointment to your parents. So get out of here.
Okay, next episode here.
But here's a list.
Let's get out of this, babe. Let's go back.
People that you
Actually,
can
no.
look and find, which is great for
Actually, I'm
who
just
they're
down to
removing.
look at these people, man, and make fun of them.
She's kind of got some bug eyes going on there.
Sex assault, rape.
His
Yeah,
eyes,
like-
his eyes are way too close together, and he's
He-
got that.
He screams.
frickin'
He
look.
has that look of.
He's got that
And
look.
I'm a
they
pedophile.
keep claiming they are removing people who are not dangerous. I'm like, this is who they've removed from Minneapolis recently.
Well, they've removed a lot more than this, but these are the ones they're highlighting.
Yeah,
But
these
I'm
are the
okay with
Scroll
any of
down,
them if
like
they're
scroll
illegal.
down,
high
though.
profile ones.
Look at that, yeah. See, like, look at that. Stolen vehicles,
Sexual-
sexual
Oh my
abuse of a
gosh.
minor.
I didn't even look at the photo. I looked at that guy's face on the right. I'm like, that's a pedo. Oh, there it is. Sexual abuse of a minor. Oh my gosh. They have a look. They really do have a look.
Dude, they have a look. they do. You know.
You just know.
And I think there's.
When you know, you know.
So here their country they're from. Sierra
It's like
Leone,
Gaydar, but for pedos.
Somalia,
Somalia.
and then there's.
Oh, dang! Holy crap, dude!
Holy shit.
2,085
Not
pages.
2,085 other people. It's 2,085 more pages
Now the
of
question
people.
is, like,
Holy crap.
That's an
Does
average
this-
of 10 people a page.
like here's state,
They got,
country of
they
origin.
got 20,000 people.
El
up there.
Salvador,
The
Mexico,
question is,
Somalia.
Okay. Let's get
December.
on to the next
So
article,
some of
though,
these
babe.
are just recent. That's what I'm just saying. You can look at there and see what they've done. You can see who they're removing.
You're gonna,
Okay.
you're gonna hate me when you play this deck.
Okay.
This one.
Yep.
Go back
All
to
right,
it?
let's
Okay.
do this.
Go back. No. Well, we're back at that one, so we're done with this now. The whole illegal immigration thing. People generally support it. Let's hit up that next article. Let's get to Utah news. So, sad story. 9 years ago, this girl was shot in the back of the head up in Cache County and left for dead. Survived. Her shooters got arrested, were sentenced to prison for attempted homicide. Go ahead and scroll down, babe. For attempted homicide, they got 15 years in prison. But she has now died 9 years later as a direct cause of the complications from being shot. She's
Wait a minute, I thought I heard. Yeah, I think I heard about
Yeah.
this. That's
So yeah, this is a really sad story. She passed away. She went on after this to get married and also serve a service mission for the church.
And passed away.
But she's more recently passed away. April of last year is when she passed away.
Oh
So,
yeah, I remember this
if you-
story.
Yeah, if you look, she underwent nearly 16 brain surgeries and dozens of other procedures.
That's
Yeah.
man, that makes me want to cry.
So the family has been working with one of their state senators. So now they're working on, I think it's SB 92. Go ahead and scroll down. Getting this passed that will redefine or change the way murder and homicide and whatnot is defined in the law, allowing for these guys, not these guys, but future guys, to be prosecuted for murder if the victim then later dies years
if they
later
die after.
from complications
I'm down
to
for
it.
that.
She's had 16 brain surgeries. They were trying to keep her alive. They were
Mhm.
trying.
Dude, that just makes me sad. And it was by two of her classmates.
Yes.
Screw those.
Yeah, it's
Bastards.
really sad. It's just why what
Those
was
bastards.
they're pieces of crap.
Like,
So they probably won't be able to because the law is changing after they were already prosecuted. But this would make it so they would be able to. So Desiree's family is speaking out in favor of Senate Bill 90. Whoever wrote this article needs to go to prison.
it's ABC News, okay? I speak horrible
No,
English
it's just
and they do wrong.
look at this. Desiree's family is speaking out in favor of Senate Bill 90. Just in favor of
Senate Bill.
Senate Bill.
Yeah.
Get rid of that so we're not doing
Well,
this freaking
They're
double
saying,
crap.
They're saying in favor of a bill, then they inserted that later. That's what they're saying. Desiree's family is speaking out
I
in
know,
favor of a bill,
but
which would
this
change
is what
this.
editors are for, and their editors suck.
Ready? They probably throw it into Chat GPT, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
They
I
pro-
bet
they
you.
probably use
I bet
AI.
you that's what it is, and they just go and plug in details later. So, Senate Bill 92 changes definitions of homicide offenses, which includes murder, attempted murder, and manslaughter, among others. They're just basically trying to expand it so that way, if their victim dies years later of complications of the original assault, they can be later then recharged for the murder. And what's interesting too is that you can go ahead and scroll through this. People can pause if they want to read some of the highlights. But let's get down to the bottom. There's this keep scrolling down at the bottom. Go all the way down. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the defense bar also spoke on the bill on Wednesday, saying the bill is constitutional, but that it's a policy decision for lawmakers. Quote, there are some questions about where there would be credit for time served or on their previous convictions, and wondering if there should be a time limit. Here's the thing. After 9 years, did they really expect... after 8 years, did they expect Desiree was going to die a year later?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to say to put a time limit on it, because if they're continuing to suffer from the same issue and then that still leads to their death, and say the statute of limitations is 8 years, then all of a sudden the 9th year comes and they die because of it. We're just revisiting the bill and expanding it. So I think they should make some tight terms on it to make sure that that they have to have died from the complications, but I don't know if there should be necessarily a time limit, because I bet you we put a time limit of 10 years on there because of Desiree taking 9 years to die from her injuries, then all of a sudden we're going to have something happen to someone that's now 13 years out. and we're going to have to go back and revisit the bill for the same thing. So I would say don't put a time limit on it necessarily. So, sad story. Hopefully this bill does get passed. I generally like it. Because honestly, like, I think they should also be charged not only for her murder, but also torture, because she did suffer for 9 years.
And
So,
she had to go through 16 brain surgeries.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
yeah, that's insane to try and keep her alive. So let's hit up that next article. Got some more state news. We'll breeze past this one. Scroll up to the top. I forgot to go back and scroll to the top. So, all these state governments, these governments here in the state, they keep trying to raise our taxes and raise our taxes and raise our taxes. Nice. And what now are they talking about?
What are we doing?
So the various governments keep trying to raise taxes, but now governments in Utah amassed $37.5 billion in investment accounts,
Well, I know.
according to the state treasurer.
I know I've seen recently that I guess a bunch of schools are going to be cutting their preschool
Scroll down,
programs
Ben.
because funding's been cut, and yet we have billions of dollars that this Utah could fund
Mm-hmm.
the preschools, but they're just cutting it because of this and this. And
It's cutting
They
it
wanna
because
raise
it's going into
taxes.
people's
Pockets, yes, because you know they gotta have it in their pockets.
Oh, you
Scroll down,
know for a
Chrissy.
fact, it's going
All
into
right.
somebody's pocket. I
So-
know for a fact we do have one of the largest rainy day funds.
Yeah,
as it
well,
just
this
says.
is kind of what it's talking about. Is the funds are in the public treasurer's investment fund. It earns there at the bottom 3.5%. And scroll on down. Let's see, what is it? Oh yeah, 37.5 billion. So they're making 3.5% on 37.5 billion. Yeah, they're making a lot of money off of this. Now, granted, 3.5%, that is about all you can expect from the government because they suck. Because, I mean, I can get more than that.
Tuesday
What?
News asked Senate leaders if the state is holding too much money. I don't think so, said Senator Jerry Stevenson of Davis County, and chair of the legislature's Executive Appropriations Committee. We are trying to guard ourselves against recession. With $33 billion, I think you're fucking set.
Hey, 37.
hey, I know a great way for them to
$37
spend that
billion.
money. They have that stupid data research center going down to Santa Quinn. How about they pay for it and not the people in that town?
Yeah?
Oh, dude, yeah, no, Santa Quinn's getting screwed with that. They're fighting against that, and you know it's going to get built, and they're not going to have a say at all.
Mm-hmm.
People of Santa Quinn do not want a data center down, because data centers ruin the ground, they ruin the water, they make the electricity bill, because they make everyone else pay for their
Yep.
electricity.
Which
No,
the company should pay for it.
every data center needs to be providing its own electricity. They need to have their own power generation system set up for them.
And if
'cause
they use the
it's-
cities, they need to pay the city for the
for the
electrical.
electricity, that's the thing, is it should not be affecting
when
the
they're
bills
like
of
trying to
any
say
other people.
it's benefiting you, it's creating jobs.
No, it's not. That is a lie. These data centers are not creating jobs. The amount of jobs for a data center are bare minimum. They don't need people there. It's not
The
a
only
warehouse.
time- ready?
It's not a warehouse with forklifts. Many of them barely even have lights in them because they don't need lights in them because there's not people going around
Ready?
doing stuff all the time in them.
You want to know why they say it creates jobs?
Why?
Because of the construction to build it.
Oh yeah.
But that's only temporary. That's a couple
Yeah,
months
so
of
short
building.
term. No, doesn't count.
And
Does
then they're
not
over here. You
count.
said $37 billion. It's just a rainy day fund.
Hey.
I can see maybe like $15 billion. Actually, not even $1 billion. That's a lot of money.
Well, here's the thing. They've amassed this amount. Why then are they trying to raise taxes on us more? That's
Because-
what I get pissed off
Be-
about. It's like, you guys are raking in the dough right now. You shouldn't be raising taxes. Just keep the status quo because it's clearly working. Why raise?
Because they don't want to pay for it. Such as, remember, you were talking to your parents about it. The Provo Airport wants to do a bond, have the people pay for an expansion on their airport when they already have the money. They don't want to pay for it. They want the people
It's
around
not
the
that
area
they
to pay
have
for
the
it.
money. It's
oh, no.
that,
Provo has the money.
well, not the Provo city, but the Provo airport. Because from what I remember, is airports are mandated by law to be financially independent. they have to be budget positive or neutral.
But they wanted to have a bond and have the people around it pay for their expansion.
Now,
They did
Hey,
if
nothing.
it's a
that part that may be
voluntary
banned.
bond, it's fine. It's just receiving funding from a city or a state or whatnot. I believe they're not supposed to be.
Yep, no, I am officially more and more
I can't remember
unhappy
exactly.
with
Hey, remember the school districts? One of the school districts had millions of dollars from COVID funds, and they're like, we don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
They just let it sit in their bank
the...
account.
Well,
Is one of the Utah school districts.
I
It was
know.
either Alpine or something.
Yeah, no, it's
Alpine's
it's
super
ridiculous. So just more ridiculous crap about how much money they have and they're rubbing
We
in our
need
faces
Logan.
while
We need-
trying to raise our taxes. Yeah, Logan's probably listening, fuming right now for all we know over this crap.
let's see, what are these texts here?
No, I'm not seeing anybody in the live chat. That's
No, it's
okay.
just me, yeah, I
Chitty
know.
chitty chat, chitty chat.
Dude, yeah, this is BS, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, here's this one.
Remember this the next time your city and county and every other taxing entity claims that they tried everything and cut as much as we can but have no choice but to raise taxes. I'm actually, you know what? I think you want to come to me to the next city council
Sure.
and say I would like to see your rainy day fund
Mm-hmm.
and why the hell you guys keep supporting raising taxes out if they have a surplus.
Mm-hmm.
You should say no, you need to stay with the status quo.
Well, I believe a lot of this info is all public info, so we could probably just go look it up before
Actually-
we go there.
Real quick, type in Salem City.
Utah rainy day fund.
Yeah.
See if they have something like that.
They actually, you're supposed to be able to look up the city budget anytime.
Yeah, you can look at the city budget.
You remember
but whether or
looking the
not
city
you can
budget
actually
when
see
I was running?
Scroll back up. What's that AI overview say?
No,
It's
that's
CT.
you have to Salem
Oh,
City, Utah.
Connecticut. Yeah, put in Utah. There we go. Salem City Council to vote on a $2,000 fund to aid ice. Oh, well, that's cool.
But we don't know if
But
it is.
how
it
much
says
do we
it's
have?
missing
How many
Utah.
icings we even have?
It's missing Utah. It may
Yeah,
not
so that's
be
not
for
even
us.
Utah. Rainy day fund deposits, COBI.
It's
Oh,
Utah.
golly,
It
that's
is a
Utah. Click that.
It is a
That's
Utah base.
utah.gov right there.
Mm-hmm.
Rainy day fund deposits.
Here we go.
Oh, these are like everyone's. This is statewide. This is Utah State.
I
Rainy
see
day
that.
fund.
I see that.
What the
Alright.
heck? That's from income tax alone, dude.
Yeah, interesting. Very interesting.
Yet they keep taxing us. Oh, we
What's
need
this
this to
one?
go.
The current level.
Yeah.
Nope, it's just income tax rainy day fund.
Let's see what they got. No, this
So
isn't.
this
This
is-
isn't
that's
showing a breakdown of city governments or anything. It's just showing state.
We'll probably have to go to the actual Salem City's website and go to there.
If they have it, that's the thing too.
Well, here's the thing. It all needs to be you are
It
allowed
all needs to be
check.
published, but the question is where. They could be publishing it in a book in
go
the
to-
city library, for all we know.
Go to Salem City, Utah's government website. It's just salemcity.gov. salemcityutah.gov.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sorry, no, I'm super Salem City, Utah, right there.
Sorry, I'm trying to type over a sleeping munchkin.
So click that one.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, they updated their website. It finally doesn't look like it's from 1990.
Oh, that's
Governments.
impressive.
Government, let's see.
They're
Salem
actually-
City budget. Go down. Right there.
The question is, though, is what's the current balance of the fund, if they even have it showing?
I don't even. Okay, so that's the proposed budget. Okay.
Financial statements, approved audit report. But I'd just say
Approved. I don't know what it would be under.
This is something we'll just have to do more research on.
proposed year fiscal year transfer.
Fiscal year.
So fiscal year.
Fiscal year.
Fiscal.
Fiscal, sorry.
You're good. No, I'm actually curious. Can you go up and see what the main budget is? Approved budget for
For until
2026?
6/4.
current taxes. They keep unearned. Is that $1 billion? How much is that?
That
Which
looks like 5 million.
No, right here. So this one right here.
317,000.
Unearned.
Oh,
That's 1 million, right? Or is that billion?
no, definitely not billion, dude.
So
There's
it's
no
Wait.
way.
1 million.
There's
1
no-
million.
Is that okay? Sorry,
There's
I'm
no
counting,
way we
dude.
have $1 billion budget for
1
Salem,
million,
Utah.
1,729,745 for property taxes. What they earn from
Yeah.
us.
So when I looked up on a website for who was getting paid what amount, you can look it up for your government. It didn't list any kind of income for our mayor. So either he's not getting a paycheck, or
He
he's
does.
not
So
getting-
he gets
It wasn't even listing it, so it was not being transparent. You can't see how much.
Because I found out when I was running. I found out how much. So city council, you get like $900.
Yeah, it's 900.
a
And the
month.
mayor, I believe, is also part-time technically too, isn't he?
Yeah, and he gets like 1,002 a month.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying the Salt Lake City mayor, she was getting 100 and something thousand. Then she made another deputy underneath her, so there was 4 deputies, and they were each getting 100 and something
Oh yeah,
thousand
dude.
each.
Christy and I were digging through Salt Lake City salaries. There's a couple cops that are just beat cops that are like making almost $1 million a year.
There wasn't any name
It's
of
Sounds like I need to go
It
get it.
is sketchy as hell. You
Sounds-
look at it like here's Sergeant so and so.
Or it said sergeant.
It says sergeant and then it says sergeant and then so and so for just a regular cop, and then you get to this one that will just say sergeant and then sergeant or officer, and it's just, and all of a sudden they're all like making like freaking. One of them was like 3 mil, another one was like $1 million. It's like what in the holy
And
shit
you're-
is going on
you're going-
the
you're not
Salt
being-
Lake
Well,
budget?
you see this budget.
Oh,
By
they're
the
being
end of the
transparent
year,
about their fraud at least.
the end of the year for Salem City is 5 mil.
Total taxes, yeah.
Total taxes, and then you have license and permits.
Sales and use tax, $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
Cell phone towers, 49,000.
Yeah, that's for people. That's how much they make.
And stuff. That's how
Yeah,
much they
that's
make
how
from the
much they make
licensing.
from that. Okay, that one makes sense.
That is,
Wait,
Whoa,
go back
whoa, whoa.
up.
The late penalties,
yeah.
they
How
make
much?
holy $108,000.
So, by the way, they punish you for being poor to the tune of $108,000.
Yeah, bad debt accounts collected 1,500. Oh, they do.
Hey, where are all the warrants for all that money there? Because that's there's warrants required for a lot of that, isn't it? I don't want to see all those warrants. It's the state government forcing and confiscating property in some way, shape, or form. Sounds like they need a warrant to do any of that. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, before we deep dive into how corrupt
And-
local governments are.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
said,
dude, they're
there's
terrible.
other
Oh, there's even more. Yeah, see, look at that.
administrative.
Okay,
It is
let's get out of
10
here.
million.
Let's just get out of here. Just all you have to do is close the tab and it'll take you back to it. Yeah, there's that one that we were on.
Okay.
No, you're on the wrong one. That one. Okay.
Yeah.
So we finished this one. Let's get to the next tab. We got a few more to go through. Let's pound through them. Yeah, I forgot to go to the top of all these.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yep.
I think it's funny that people oppose the temple building. It beefs up your housing costs, so shut up.
Well, to be fair, if it meant my property taxes were going up a lot because of it, I might be a little on the edge about it.
Not me.
No, I know.
I would love to I would love to live next to the temple, even if my property tax went up.
Yeah, I know. I agree, but it's like I can understand some people not liking that, but did you hear about their complaints?
Yeah.
Environmental damage and too much traffic. And guess what? This is part of the reason why the Supreme Court removed their injunction, because the Supreme Court put an injunction on church for construction. The church appealed on the injunction, and then they upheld their appeal. So it's still going to court. It's still got to be heard by the Supreme Court, the whole lawsuit. They're just being allowed to build during construction. And the whole appeal, it's like they point out that the plaintiffs, their whole complaint about traffic is about traffic during construction. But then the judges are like, yeah, that doesn't make sense because there will be more traffic after construction is completed when people are attending the temple, not during construction. There will be actually less traffic than that.
Yeah.
So that argument doesn't make sense. And then they don't really have any evidence of environmental damages, so, or at least they haven't really given any evidence
I
of it.
think it's funny. They
Because
complain.
all the evidence requires the temple to be finished first to understand environmental damages.
I think it's funny. They complain about it causing environmental damages, but you have those stupid windmills at the opening of Spanish Fork Canyon that kills how many birds?
Oh, and you've seen the grease streaks down those things too, haven't you?
So it's like they're not complaining about that environmentally
It's like their
dangerous
solar
stuff.
field too.
Oh yeah.
Spanish Fork solar field. Have you seen that?
No. Does it look
Go
like
over
crap?
by Walmart, dude. It looks like it's over by the new hospital. Drive over there, dude. And like, I get that they're trying to be green, and okay, solar panels are great. Okay, they work. Put them on your houses. Put them on your businesses. Don't take up 5 acres of land and freaking kill everything on that
Are
land.
you sure they work? They're
Here's-
shutting down that plant in California.
Here's
No,
the thing.
so they work for small things.
Large
like-
scale, they aren't great, but for small scale operations, they're
To
fantastic.
run a business, to run a small town business, perfect.
Okay. Here's the thing that pisses me off the most, though, about the solar panel issue. It's like, why are we going and sacrificing all of this good land that could just be ranch land or just wild nature preserves for these nasty, ugly, crappy solar panels when you could be putting those over our frickin' parking lots?
Over every apartment
Every
complex.
parking lot, there's all these rooftops, but the parking lots, look how much dead space we have in parking lots that everyone wants shade in. Everyone wants the shade. Put them over the damn parking lots. Just build them a little taller. You have a little bit more cost, but honestly, no one's going to oppose you putting it on a damn parking lot.
How many apartment complexes we have now with the open parking lots? In all the townhomes that they just have a group parking?
Yeah.
Put it over all of that. Nobody's gonna complain.
In fact, I mean, you wouldn't need licensing for the property at all because everyone would want you there, and then they would just get a deal on their freaking power bill being lower. Mm-hmm. It's like that's it. Like the solar panel one particularly just pisses me off. The windmills, it does suck. It kills birds, but at the same time, it's like they don't piss me off as much. Just because all the land underneath can still be used, just not to the same effectiveness. It's screw green energy. They don't know what they're talking about. They're not green to kill everything that they touch. All right.
But the question is about the 5G towers. Just some people have been saying the animals don't like being around them.
Yeah, I
Those
know.
are causing some problems.
Give me brain.
So on
They
this
hurt my
good
brain.
note, the Heber Valley Temple is now going to continue with construction. They're still in the phase of putting in initial utilities and doing grading on the property, so it's not like they weren't very far along at this point when it got halted, but
And
now it gets to
people-
keep going.
People should not complain. Our temples look beautiful. They're
Oh,
not
yeah.
just some
Oh,
ugly
one
thing.
Yeah,
of-
they're not
Here's the
ugly.
thing. One of the complaints on the lawsuit is that it would ruin the view. And I have seen people who argue that the temples are ugly. Like, oh, look at this beautiful view. If only it wasn't ruined by that nasty spike. It's like, okay, come on. We know you're just saying it's ugly just to try and call it ugly. You don't think
I
it's
see
ugly.
more
You
ugly
just
buildings.
you just don't like that it's LDS. That's
I
what
see
it is.
more ugly buildings every day that are built by the government and by cities than I
Yeah.
do by the LDS Church.
And I like the temples. They have property around them. You have a beautiful garden that but a beautiful area that they have flowers.
Yeah.
Take your family to walk around
Okay,
in
the
it.
only
It's
thing
beautiful.
that I think the church should do, but I understand why they don't do, because of uniformity, and it's pretty much it's all the same across the country for cost, is church buildings.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, upgrade that stuff, man. We got technology in here since 1995.
Do you know what sector of the construction industry flourishes during recessions?
Construction? What?
During recessions, what sector of the construction industry flourishes?
Church?
Building churches.
Yeah, makes
That's
sense.
when all
As
the
everyone prayed.
Well, no, it's that all the property prices drop, and that's the biggest expense for a lot of these people to build more churches.
True.
And so when the property values drop, that's when a bunch of these churches actually do their expansions. Is during that time period because they can save on the money.
And weren't people mad because the church bought a bunch of property? I think it was in Texas, but a lot of us think they're just going to turn into more ranch land.
And that's not
Dude,
just
a lot
LDS
of-
church.
yeah.
That's all churches. that
The
do that.
LDS churches they just bought more land in Florida too,
Mhm.
and it's to expand their ranch,
Yep.
and they loan it out to farmers.
Yep.
And we use that to help the needy all over the world, so you can't complain too much. We put it to good use.
Oh, that's cool.
It's totally out of season.
I know, but it's
You see
fantastic.
my card sleeves?
Let me see.
It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, a little bit
It's
closer.
Santa.
If you lean over here a little closer.
It's Santa being attacked by a dragon popping out of snowman.
Okay, we can kind of see it.
Yeah.
I was at the card shop and I needed card sleeves and they didn't have. I mean, it was between Blaze Orange or these and my son.
To be fair, this whole winter season's been out of season.
So yeah, I mean,
heard-
pull this out in the middle of summer.
Canadian geese today, we heard them flying by. So I'm going, is winter officially over? They seem to know when.
But we
come
get
back.
the thing is though, is we do get some Canadian geese that stay here in Utah because they come from way far north, and even our cold winters are easy compared to
Well,
that.
in the river close by to here, there were none a week ago.
Yeah.
There were tons on
It's all the
Thursday or Friday.
modification. We don't do.
I would agree in general. All right, let's hit up that next one.
Yeah, this
Oh.
last one here.
Yeah, it's the last one because we still
How's
got
that
two
gonna-
random open tabs. Joseph Smith Jr. was Lincoln before Lincoln, says Reverend Dr. Carter.
Is he talking about Joseph Smith?
He's talking about Joseph
The
Smith.
Joseph Smith?
Yep, the prophet.
Was Lincoln
Joseph Smith.
before Lincoln?
Was Lincoln before Lincoln.
What does he mean?
Let's scroll down.
Let's see.
So-
Dude, I like this because Lincoln's one of my favorite
Joseph
presidents.
Smith, a portrait of Joseph Smith Jr., a 19th century Christian prophet, was unveiled Sunday at Morehouse College, placing him among figures recognized for advancing humanitarian concerns and fundamental human rights. The painting was added to the International Hall of Honor inside the Martin Luther King Jr. International Chapel. During a Vespers service on February 1st, the hall contains more than 300 oil portraits of global leaders associated with international civil and human rights movements. Smith's portrait will hang between those of Abraham Lincoln and Russell M. Nelson. He's also honored in the Martin Luther King Jr. International Chapel. So during
So
the
a civil
rights chat, they honor people. So what's really interesting, you look throughout all the photos there on the wall around where he's going to be hung, you'll see a photo. You'll notice like there's only like 2 freaking white guys amongst all of them.
And he's one of
And
them.
now he's the third one being added in because that thing. So,
You know he freed his slaves, right?
yeah. Who?
Joseph Smith.
Well, yeah, because he purchased slaves to
And
be
then
able to
free 'em,
allow.
and then
well,
they
he
just
purchased
worked.
the slaves to allow them to be able to join the church because they weren't allowed to join the church, and then immediately freed them as well. So during the service, the Reverend Dr. Lawrence Edward Carter, Sr., Dean of the chapel, focused on Smith's 1844 presidential campaign and his proposal to abolish slavery. Carter described Smith's plan as among the most morally ambitious proposals of the antebellum era, citing language from Smith's campaign platform and excerpts from the Book of Mormon.
Heck yeah, dude!
I know, right? So let's scroll on down. Carter said Smith demonstrated moral courage by pursuing the presidency, adding that such a decision amounted to a death warrant. He knew what he was doing. It didn't stop him, Carter said.
I actually wonder if this part of me, part of me wonders is that the fact that he was running for president actually was another reason why he was assassinated.
Oh, it is.
Is because
Oh no, people
because
have
of
gone
all
over
of
it.
that, like
People have gone over it. Some of the people who wanted him dead was for political reasons because Joseph Smith's brother usurped another person in political office by winning the vote because Nauvoo, Missouri Illinois. It was Nauvoo, Illinois, I believe was where part of it was, but there's also his influence in Missouri. Because all the church members grew the population so much that they had a controlling vote. And so there was a lot of political motivations behind his assassination.
Okay, sorry.
In his presidential pamphlet, Smith wrote that when citizens, quote, petitioned to abolish slavery in the slave states, he would use all honorable means to secure liberty for those enslaved. Carter said that although Smith's plan was never implemented, it remains a quote, a prophetic witness to what America might have been. Let's scroll on down. So there's the portrait of Joseph Smith.
Dude,
Keep
I like
scrolling.
that
Keep
one.
scrolling. It's got him and the Book of Mormon in there. Keep scrolling. There we go. See? There
Nice.
we go.
Dude, I like that picture actually.
I know, with
and
the
Nauvoo,
temple.
Is that the Nauvoo?
That's the Nauvoo temple. They got a picture of him in there.
Dude,
I know, right?
that's a dope picture.
Fantastic oil painting. They did a really good job on this.
Can we have one of those hanging up?
We should get
Like-
we should
like
get a copy.
totally,
We
dude.
should get a copy of that.
That's actually now going to be one of my favorite pictures of him. It does him dignity.
Mm-hmm. And it's other Christians doing dignity to him, which
I know,
normally
right?
those were the ones killing him. All right, let's scroll on down. There's a little bit more. So, church historian Spencer McBride said in an interview prior to the unveiling that while Smith's presidential bid was unlikely to succeed, his platform offered a detailed vision for addressing the nation's challenges at the time. The portrait, titled Sunset in Nauvoo... Sunset on Nauvoo. I'm like...
Sunset.
I know, I'm like freaking 5-6 feet away from this. So, the Sunset on Nauvoo was painted by artist Connie Lynn Riley. It depicts Smith standing and holding a copy of the Book of Mormon with the Nauvoo temple in the background and Jacob's ladder. Oh, scroll back up to the picture.
Yeah, the flowers. It's a flower native to Nauvoo.
Jacob's ladder?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's if you scroll down, that's what it says. I just read all of that.
I didn't read all
Is
of
that
it.
it's a flower native to Illinois
That is actually
that
pretty
symbolizes spiritual progression in sacred covenants.
cool. Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
So the person who painted it, too, put a lot of thought.
Put a lot of
into
thought
everything they put in
into
it.
what they
Which, I
painted.
mean, if you're painting something that's an oil painting, you should be putting a lot of thought into it.
typically do.
And that's
Yes.
wonderful. I really like
Man.
that. Let's scroll on down.
It's late. And I
Yeah.
gotta stay up till like 3 tonight.
Keep scrolling. There we go. Nope. So there's a picture. So you can see Russell M. Nelson and Abraham Lincoln right there. So his portrait's going to
Yeah,
go
and then-
between those two.
And then who's that other guy to the left of Nelson?
I don't know, but he looks like an odious prophet. He's probably not.
He does. He does look like somebody that's like
He's sitting the way one of our prophets tends to sit.
chastising.
This reminds me of
He-
not quite the Elder Gone, but I mean like someone.
Yeah.
Similar.
But no, there's a few people. There's some of the faces on there I do recognize, and there's a lot that I don't recognize. But that's not all of them. There's like 300 portraits along these walls here in this hall of various people who have been
the
honored.
fact that you could be honored next to Lincoln, and of course President Nelson.
Well,
of
not
course,
just
but
Lincoln, but
is
Martin Luther King's up there. Malcolm
Yeah.
X is up there. A whole bunch of people. Now, some people may criticize Malcolm X because he was a little bit of a radical early on, but he mellowed out his tone much later.
Well, sometimes you gotta be a little radical to get things.
It's true, but I mean, he was advocating, I believe, early on for violence. But then he mellowed out and stopped advocating for violence because he realized, I believe it was him that realized that that's not the right
can't
way to
do
go
that.
for it. So either way,
That's
we'll
really
get off
cool.
of that. Let's keep scrolling down. Where was it? Yeah, Carter said the decision to include Smith in the hall reflects a desire to examine history more fully. I think he deserves to be lifted up, Carter said, and that's what I intend to do. So, pretty freaking awesome little bit of news there, pretty positive. Joseph Smith gets added to Oh, and this, by the way,
It's such a good painting.
Morehouse is, I believe, either it's the oldest or it's the most. I can't remember the word for it, but it's one of the historically black colleges in the U.S.
Really?
And it's
Oh,
one of the
cool.
most recognized ones too. And I believe it's the oldest.
And we got one of the LDS. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool university, and it's pretty cool that Joseph Smith's getting honored there for his very revolutionary vision for the United States in his presidential campaign. Well, John is still trying to get all these cards in the sleeve. He hasn't
Well,
quite
I'm
finished that up yet.
sleeving these because I can't play it in any tournaments because it's mixed sleeves. So I had to buy sleeves that were all the
So
same
you have
color.
to unsleeve then re-sleeve.
I just didn't want to put it. Well, I just didn't want to put it all in. But before we
Yeah,
end
he
this,
is going to. Actually, you know what? You're not going to give the quote.
Yes, I am.
No, because I got a quote.
Well, let's see if it
Mine's
beats
a better
mine.
quote.
Let's see if it beats.
We're
mine.
gonna go quote to quote here. See who's got the better freaking quote. I have a quote that I thought was awesome, and so I took a freaking.
I have a quote that I
screenshot of it.
wrote in my book
That's-
to take with me.
Oh, that's cool. I got a quote here from David O. McKay, since we're on the line
cool,
here
cool.
of prophets
Let's see.
being honored. David O. McKay, in The Instructor, February 1956, page 34. Awaken to Our Awful Situation, I think is the name of the book. All right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a quote, if members of the Melchizedek priesthood allow the U.S. Constitution to be destroyed, they not only forfeit their rights to the priesthood, but to a place in the highest degree of glory as well.
I like it.
We are called to fight and serve.
I like it.
Well,
I know,
it
right?
mimics the flag you guys have on the table.
Yeah,
Memory
absolutely.
of our God, our freedom, and our religion.
You were able to read it before he scattered everything across it.
Why don't you tell people what it says in case they
I
can't
said
see
that.
it?
He did
In
say it.
memory of our God, our religion, and freedom, and our peace, our wives, and our children. And my quote that I have is quote 106, the soul knows what to do to heal itself. The challenge is to silence the mind.
That is fantastic.
Caroline Miss. That is, I think, goes along because a lot of us are so caught up in the go, go, go of daily life.
Like today.
Like today. But
You,
it goes
me,
along,
Logan, all of us have been super busy today getting caught up in a lot.
and it just goes along with that we're called to, like, a lot of us feel the duty that we need to do. We need to be paying more attention to this. We need to be doing all of this. But we never do, and so silence
the
your
heck
mind and take a breather.
And it makes you think of our responsibility. We are United States citizens, and part of our responsibility is to vote and put our voice out there so they can know what we want, what we
What
desire
to do.
for our families.
I want free Taco Bell for life is what I want.
Who doesn't want free Taco Bell for life? Well, thank you
If
Are
for
you
somebody
sure you
watching.
want the Taco Bell runs?
I never get any of that, so
Yeah, well, I mean,
here's the thing:
my
if
toilet doesn't like it.
so, if anybody can promise me free Taco Bell for life, you got my vote.
Oh, well, there we go. That's not a bad deal.
Free
And, well,
Taco Bell for
to be
life
fair-
and guns.
To be fair, that's not a bad deal back in 2010 when they came out with the beefy 5-layer burrito and it was only 89 cents. You guys have a good night. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to pound that thing if you don't put it away. And get the hell out of here. Good night.